In the heart of Ibadan, Nigeria, where the city buzzes with life and the ancient traditions still hold sway, there exists a legend that chills the bones of even the bravest souls. This is the story of the bush baby, a creature of folklore that lurks in the shadows, waiting to ensnare the unsuspecting. It was the year 2003, and I had just moved to Ibadan for university. The University of Ibadan, with its sprawling campus and historic buildings, was a world unto itself. As a newcomer, I was eager to explore every corner of my new environment. Little did I know that my curiosity would lead me to an encounter I would never forget. One evening, after a long day of lectures, my friends and I decided to take a walk through the nearby Agodi Gardens, a lush park known for its serene beauty. The sun was setting, casting a golden hue over the landscape. We wandered along the winding paths, laughing and chatting, enjoying the cool breeze that rustled through the trees. As darkness began to fall, we found ourselves deep within the park, far from the main entrance. The air grew cooler, and the sounds of the city faded into a distant hum. We were about to head back when we heard it, a faint, high-pitched cry, like that of a baby. It was a sound that cut through the night, both eerie and haunting. "Killed. Did you hear that?" Funmi, one of my friends, asked, her voice trembling. "Maybe it's a baby," I suggested, though a sense of unease had settled over me. The cry came again, closer this time, and we could see a small figure in the distance, just beyond the trees. "Who go carry baby come this kind place for night?" Femi, another friend, muttered, his eyes wide with fear. We hesitated, torn between curiosity and a growing sense of dread. The figure moved, and the cry came again, more insistent. Against my better judgment, I stepped forward, my friends following reluctantly. As we drew closer, we could make out the shape of a small child, no more than 3 or 4 years old, sitting on the ground. The child looked up at us, and I felt a chill run down my spine. Its eyes were wide and dark, too large for its small face, and there was something unsettling about its expression. The child reached out a hand, and the cry came again, piercing the night. "We need to help," I said, though my voice was shaky. I took another step forward, but Femi grabbed my arm. "Don't be mumu, that no be normal pikin," he whispered urgently. "No bush baby." The term sent a jolt of fear through me. I had heard the stories growing up, tales of a creature that mimicked the cry of a baby to lure people into the forest, only to attack them. The bush baby was said to be a spirit, a creature of the night that fed on the souls of the unwary. The child, if it was indeed a child, continued to cry, its eyes fixed on us. I felt an overwhelming sense of pity and fear. Funmi, always the bravest among us, took a step forward, but Femi pulled her back. "Don't touch him," he warned. "We go run." We turned to leave, but the child's cry grew louder, more desperate. It was a sound that tugged at the heartstrings, making it difficult to walk away. But the fear in Femi's eyes and the stories of the bush baby kept us moving. As we hurried back through the park, the cries followed us, echoing through the trees. We didn't stop until we reached the safety of the main road, the lights of the city bringing a sense of relief. We stood there, catching our breath, the cries finally fading into the distance. What if it was just a lost child? Funmi asked, her voice tinged with guilt. "Better safe than sorry," Femi replied, his face still pale. "You no fit trust things for this kind place at night." That night, I couldn't sleep. The cries haunted my dreams, and the image of the child's wide, dark eyes lingered in my mind. The next day, we heard rumors around the campus. A few students claimed to have seen the same figure, always at dusk, always accompanied by that eerie cry. Some said it was a trick of the light, a figment of the imagination. But others, those who knew the old stories, were not so sure. Days turned into weeks, and the incident faded into a distant memory, a tale to be told over late-night study sessions. But the fear remained, a subtle reminder of the things that lurk in the shadows of Ibadan. One evening, a few months later, I found myself alone in the library, studying for an upcoming exam. The campus was quiet, the usual hustle and bustle subdued by the late hour. As I packed my books and prepared to leave, I heard it again, a faint, high-pitched cry, drifting through the open window. My blood ran cold, and I felt a sense of déjà vu. I closed my eyes, hoping it was just my imagination. But the cry came again, louder this time, echoing through the empty halls. I hurried out of the library, my footsteps echoing in the silence. As I stepped outside, I saw a figure standing under a street lamp, its small frame illuminated by the soft glow. The child looked up at me, its eyes wide and dark, and the cry pierced the night once more. I ran, not stopping until I reached the safety of my dormitory. My heart pounded in my chest, and I struggled to catch my breath. The legend of the bush baby was no longer just a story, it was real, and it was here. In the weeks that followed, more sightings were reported. The cries became a familiar sound at dusk, a chilling reminder of the creature that lurked in the shadows. The students of the University of Ibadan learned to be cautious, to avoid the park at night, and to never, ever respond to the cries of the bush baby. Years later, as I tell this story, I can still hear the echo of that eerie cry in my mind. The legend of the bush baby is a testament to the power of folklore, a reminder of the mysteries that lie hidden in the heart of Ibadan. And though I have moved on, the memory of that night remains with me, a haunting reminder of the things that go bump in the night.